what's going on, everybody? Welcome out to the Death Battle cast. We are the cast and crew of Death Battle. I'm Ben, I play Wiz.
I'm Sam, I write stuff.
Sam's back.
Sam, yeah.
I've been gone for a while.
Torrian, I animate stuff.
And I'm Chad, I play Boomstick, hey.
And yeah, Sam, you haven't been on the show in a while.
No, Nick was here for like 6 weeks or something like
Nick
that.
took over.
He was here for a grip, yeah.
But Sam's been working on Smokey versus McGruff, the episode that comes out in about 2 weeks. We just released a preview for Smokey Bear.
I'm so excited for this episode.
And then McGruff will be coming out pretty soon. And yes, this is a very serious topic, Smokey versus McGruff.
I'm so excited for this episode.
Me too.
I know, right?
Behind the curtain, we didn't see the animation. I'm ready.
Yeah. It's been so funny to see people commenting on the Smokey Bear preview, right? Because like there are some people that like totally get it and they're like, you know, like, oh, this is gonna be so much fun. And then there are people that are like, you know what, I'm not even gonna bet on this one. I'm just gonna enjoy, right? And I'm like, good, all right, this is all great. And then there are people like, what the fuck out of ideas are we? Like, this is stupid. And
yeah,
it's
but
like,
we get one of those with all of these kind of, whenever we do one of these episodes every single year, we talked about this in the last cast, but it's like, I really like making sure that we kind of add some levity to Death Battle every so often, especially when we're like coming near the end of the season. We're getting some really big fights coming and stuff like that. Some people can take the show very seriously, and that's fine. But we want to make sure that it's fun for everybody, and part of that involves making sure that there are episodes that are just hilarious, like from start to finish. You're just having a good time watching. Yeah. That's what Smokey versus McGruff. That's what we're hoping it is. Yep. And I think it's gonna turn out to be that.
Oh, it is. What's really great too, Ben, is looking at the comments. And the way, you know, we always have people that are like betting and they do some general like, I think this person's gonna win because blank. Like, they're not even on the level of where this goes to. Like their mindset's not even close. They're like here, we're up here at this episode. Like you won't even believe. Yeah.
You mean in terms of like how we're analyzing the characters?
Oh yeah.
What we're bringing in.
Yes.
Yeah. Because if you say like they're down here and we're up here, it kind of sounds almost elitist. Like,
oh,
you guys don't know anything. We're smarter than you. But
not at all. Like
we dug into these characters.
And how wild stuff gets.
Yeah. Where their expectations are to what we're delivering.
I think they have like a good idea, like, oh, it can get kind of wacky, and we're like, you just don't.
Well, and this is the
how wacky it can get.
This is probably as far as like animation in a 2D sense goes. Like it is easily the highest quality we've ever had because it. You know.
Yeah, Torrian.
Yeah.
Well, I said in 2D.
You know, thank you. Me
He's
and the 2D
never done
team.
anything in
Luis.
2D.
Jeez.
Me and the 2D team over here.
Luis isn't an entire team of people hand drawing stuff. Like.
No, but Sam, you see, you're back in the swing of it. You just threw Torrian right under the bus. So, like,
right under the bus.
With me though, I've already done that. We had fan art of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it's gonna be good, and there's a lot of bear puns. A lot of bear puns.
Yes, there are.
All right. Well, before we spoil anything, we'll talk more. We'll talk about McGruff next week, and then the full episode will air. But meanwhile, hey, welcome to the show. We do community death battle every show, where we come up with some random idea for a death battle, toss it over to you guys, and you guys can let us know who you think wins using the hashtag DeathBattleCast on Twitter. Torrian, do you remember what last week's death battle or this week's community death battle is?
Oh my God, man! Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
I wasn't even here, and I know what it is.
Well, that's because you watched the show.
No,
You're on the show.
Yeah, that don't mean I watch it.
Luis sat here last week and came up with it like less than a foot away from you.
Man, I have no idea.
So this one's Luis's fault then?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. You know what? I'm gonna back Torrian up on this one and say I don't remember either.
Okay. Yes.
Well, it's the Millennium Falcon versus.
How would I remember that?
Anyway.
I don't know if you already said it, but thanks, Blue Apron, for sponsoring this episode.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We'll tell you guys more about them in a little bit.
Now I know what Blue Apron is.
Yeah, you do remember
Blue
that.
Apron versus the Millennium Falcon. There we go.
I guarantee you, Blue Apron's more delicious than the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
You ever try to bite a Millennium Falcon?
That giant space worm even threw it up once.
Well, it actually might have been delicious because it was flying out and the worm was really trying to get it back.
What giant snake worm?
You haven't seen the movies, don't worry.
Just re-edit it so that it's the Blue Apron logo flying out of the space worm.
Yeah.
Bats in his stomach?
He said, which giant space worm? And I said, the one with bats in its
The
stomach.
only giant space worm.
Oh, the one that eats Boba Fett.
Well, you got me on that one, I guess. It's not a worm, but I mean...
We were supposed to
Is it not that one?
No, it's
that's
not
the
that
Sarlacc.
one. Yeah.
You just said it was one. That is another worm.
That one
It's
is
not a worm.
technically
So, like,
not
not
a
a worm.
worm, but I could see how
it's
you would think
kind-
it's a worm.
It's kind of a worm. Not it. Okay.
It's more
Anyway.
like it's much more like a plant than a worm.
getting back into what we're supposed to be talking about.
Community battle.
Millennium Falcon versus Starship Enterprise. Let's bring up the first couple answers.
I'm just gonna say right now, I'm pretty worried about the Millennium Falcon's chances.
Yeah, of course.
Clara Z says Enterprise wins. While the Falcon has a general mobility advantage, the Enterprise is over 18 times larger than the Falcon, 2,108 feet versus 114 feet.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that.
Yeah.
And the Falcon was completely screwed over by the Death Star's tractor beams. The Enterprise also has a tractor beam, and once they trap the Falcon inside Enterprise, it becomes a matter of one smuggler and one Wookiee versus over 1,000 Starfleet members.
That's a really good answer.
Yep.
I forgot that shit was that big. It has a house, like a whole freaking command.
Yeah.
I think it just matters if, like, you know, Revenge of the Jedi, like Luke is up in Return of the Jedi Luke is like up in that Millennium Falcon too, because then he'll just start tearing people.
It was originally called Revenge of the Jedi.
Could the Millennium
completely
Falcon
out.
just fly through the Enterprise, killing everybody?
Well, that's what they're saying. He'll just
Fly through the Enterprise?
Yeah, if it's that big.
Not
actually,
like that.
the Enterprise can detach its top portion. So
Oh no.
Yeah, if they somehow caused a problem.
Also, they have like homing photon torpedoes that just blow the shit out of ships way bigger than the Falcon. Like,
well,
it's
well, there was a second answer.
there's a second answer, yeah, which was from Incredible Kane.
This is kinda long.
Kaneman. Enterprise is 20 times larger, with a crew outnumbering the Falcons by over 400. The Enterprise's weapons pack more of a punch, and it's shown to take similar blows while staying in one piece, although the crew might get comically swayed around a bit. Very true. This isn't mentioning the time in the original series where a fucking nuke blew up right in front of the Enterprise, and it was perfectly fine afterwards. Yes, that really happened. I couldn't believe it either. Nothing in the Falcon's arsenal could get through the Enterprise's shields, at least not before being destroyed by the Enterprise's 12 phaser banks and hundreds of photon torpedoes. The Falcon has the advantage in faster-than-light travel speeds and overall maneuverability, but don't get cocky, kid. You can only run and dodge for so long. The possibility of successfully taking down the Enterprise is approximately 3,720 to 1.
I like these. I like these references.
Yep.
This is great.
It's good.
These guys are nerds.
Jeez, what a shit.
That's what
we do.
That's why I feel okay to say that.
Welcome to the Nerd Show.
We're all nerds together.
That was
You
a lot
used it like it was like if I was gonna say it like that, I would have to call it the N-word. Like you nerded on, like you said it real rude. Like you just dropped, you PewDiePie nerd. Like that's what you just did to it. You busted. You're like this fucking
no.
nerd. Like I was like, oh shit, he needs to apologize. Like
Thank you, Sam, for the title of this episode. Torrian says the N-word.
yeah.
It's
Okay. Sure. All right. Well, let's see what the answers are from Millennium Falcon.
The small caption is, yeah, he can do it.
from Michael Houston. I believe that the Falcon wins for a few reasons, one of which is the massive speed difference. At full warp, a 10K light-year trip would take the Falcon 12 hours and the Enterprise 52 years. Combined with the fact that the Enterprise isn't built for combat, it kind of is. The Star Trek shields are generally weaker than
It's
the
got
ones displayed in
lasers,
Star
photon
Wars.
torpedoes, not built for combat.
Yeah, and that while the Enterprise generally has a good crew, the Falcon is historically always piloted by outstanding prodigies. It would take some hit-and-run tactics, but I think the Falcon takes this.
By not built for combat, I mean it's not a combat ship.
You're
It
right.
is
It's
for
not. It's an exploration vehicle.
It is
Yeah,
built to
but-
kind of like deal with whatever situation might run into, but like the Federation is not a military organization.
but
They're not
it's
soldiers.
It's not a warship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a warship, and it doesn't have soldiers per se on it.
Yeah, but like I mean, a bazooka is made for blowing up tanks and shit, not people. But you can still blow up people with it.
Sure.
Like I mean,
It does have security officers.
yeah,
They're not like soldiers. They're not trained to go in and invade another ship or anything.
So
like
what are they
yeah.
preparing
They do
for?
have that on staff though.
Do they have
Yeah.
a
Pretty
boarding party?
In next gen, yeah.
What are they
Oh,
preparing
okay.
for
Yeah.
then if it's not like built for combat?
They're
Like,
to
what
both
are-
go where no one has gone. They're to
Yeah, it's an
discover-
exploration.
It's just ready.
So like if they just run into some badass aliens or something, they're prepared to kill them immediately?
Yeah.
If they're hostile, dude. If
Well,
you're gonna
also
go
not
exploring
even
into the uncharted
aliens, like, I
regions
mean-
of space,
Yeah,
you'd
it
want
could
to bring a
just be
weapon.
monsters and shit.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah.
Like exploring space?
That is Star
To
Trek.
boldly go
Where
where no
no
one's
man-
gone before.
Oh,
no
I thought
man's
they had
gone
like
before.
a destination or something.
No.
Oh, let's just go to that planet
Well,
over there.
I mean, in
where no one's gone before.
They usually have a destination, but it is uncharted
So they're
space.
just out here fucking
And then,
wandering around?
In Voyager, their destination the entire time is just home because they get lost and they're like, we gotta get home, dog. Like,
So like they're just wandering around, hoping they come across a planet or something.
Yeah, to discover new life.
Kind of
in next
charting
gen,
space,
yeah,
stuff like that.
in next gen, yes. In Voyager, it's all about getting home.
It's like if
And
back
Deep
in the
Space
day,
Nine is like neither. They're just kind of chilling.
It's like when the world was undiscovered and people would send ships out on the ocean to find new land. They're doing that, but with space.
Sure, seems dangerous.
That's why they got guns
Yes.
and torpedoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not even the guns and torpedoes, just like oxygen. What happens
Let's
if
let's just go.
One more answer, right?
And in the
Let's
end,
get to that.
what
can't.
got them was lack of oxygen. They didn't prepare for
They're
that.
in the middle of space. What
In
are they gonna
space.
They got like matter makers, man.
do? Matter makers.
All right, from Oblivk.
Obelisk, maybe.
Mr. Blivuk.
Oblivk.
Yes.
Omega Blivk? Whatever.
Just go.
The Falcon, because it literally defeats Star Destroyers equivalent to fighters, the Dark Enterprise from the new movies.
Equivalent to fighting the Dark Enterprise from the new
Got
movies.
it.
That big ship from Into Darkness, I think is what it's talking about.
When?
Is that what that was called? Dark Enterprise? I don't know.
I still haven't seen the most.
I might not know what the Dark Enterprise is.
Oh no, like it's Starship. Okay, it's Star Trek Into the Darkness.
Yeah,
Maybe
the,
he's
the
using-
really bad one.
Maybe he's using what? That was cool.
Into Darkness was shit.
What? They're like running through the city. That's another thing for another time. Anywho, but he's probably just saying that movie, like by
Yeah.
saying Dark Enterprise.
Oh, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, point is, sure, the Falcon can kind of take on Star Destroyers.
No,
Kind of.
I mean, this seems like a stomp. Unless
Yeah,
you
I'm
have a
gonna
really
say,
good
like,
pilot.
Yeah.
Props to the hit and run tactics. You know, like maybe they could annoy them a little bit, but I think once the tractor beams out.
I just
the
also
photon
think the Star
torpedoes-
Trek shields are gonna be a lot
Yeah.
better. Like
Shields,
just like
all the weapons, the crew, this wandering through space shit. They've ran into more
See,
things worse than a Millennium Falcon.
I'm not completely okay. Maybe I just don't know.
Also, was this the
extent
original
of-
Enterprise, right?
We could just use either of them.
Because if Next Generation, they got like a telepath on board and shit. Like
That's true. Oh yeah, the crew. We didn't really talk about what kind of crew they have.
the
but-
crew, and yeah, Chewie wants to show up. He's gonna have to deal with Worf. That guy's got this crazy side blade thing. He's gonna like whoop some fucking Wookiee ass.
But, like,
Nothing
Sam, his
more.
name is not actually Worf. It's Dave.
He wasn't here last week, so he
I
doesn't-
know.
Dave, I don't know what your jokes are.
So here's the thing. I don't completely buy the idea that the Enterprise will just be able to trap the Millennium Falcon in a tractor beam. But I don't necessarily know the extent of the Enterprise's, like, is it called a tractor beam in Star Trek?
I don't know.
I think it would be called a tractor
Call
beam.
it
but
suck
if
'em up
it is-
beam.
Okay, the suck 'em up beam. I,
think
don't know
it
the
is.
extent of the suck 'em up beam or how well or how good it is.
You say it with such bravado.
If they are able to snatch the Millennium Falcon, then yeah, that's it. But like the reason why the Millennium Falcon was captured by the Death Star is because they flew at it thinking it was a moon, and by the time they realized that it wasn't one, it had already ensnared it because
can you
it's a
not
giant
tell-
space station.
How can
that
you
the
not tell that it was a
Also,
moon?
this is gonna be me saying that Han Solo is not that great of a pilot because he was just flying at a moon. Like, what is he doing
It
that?
was chasing
were
the TIE
going to-
fighter. There was that one TIE fighter that was out there. They were chasing it because
that
they
how it works?
Because they showed
Yeah,
up where Alderaan's supposed to be, and it's just fucking gone.
Yeah.
They
You know, and
needed to
they're-
block the TIE fighter's communications so that it couldn't reach, because they assumed that there was a space station on the moon.
Yeah.
They didn't realize that the moon was the
A
space
space
station.
They couldn't tell a moon from a giant piece of machinery in the fucking space.
It looks like a moon. It's giant and round.
Yeah, okay.
Fucking
no,
microscope. I mean,
no, yeah.
telescopes.
They-
You
yeah.
don't see Chewbacca pulling out the telescope and looking at the
He's got the periscope. No,
They got all this.
he pulls it down. It comes
future
from the
tech.
top, man.
They got all
He's
this
like,
future tech. You can't tell me we can see the moon's surface from fucking here. And we're talking
No,
about some
but-
shit with technology up the
Yeah,
ass.
no.
And you can't tell me they can't tell a
Yeah.
big ass robot space station.
That's the thing.
From
Star Wars has
space?
bad technology. They've got spaceships, but have you seen their screens? They're still like 240p.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
it's
you're right.
garbage. Like, they still have like static coming
Yeah,
up
yeah,
on
yeah.
their
And
shit.
it was a long time ago.
Yeah. They've
Sure.
just got bad
And it just
technology in general.
Seems backwards. Well, I guess we seem backwards because we have good screens, but we don't have spaceships.
Yeah.
I mean, We do have spaceships.
Yeah, but
just not like they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're backwards.
Musk
anyway.
is working on it, man.
I can't give it to the Millennium Falcon to the Starship Enterprise as a stomp, but I guess I have to give it to it because if they are able to get them into the tractor beam, then that's a guaranteed win. Whereas otherwise, it's kind of like whoever shoots each other in a weak spot first.
I'm gonna go with the Starship Enterprise because of the ship and the crew. There's 1,000 of them.
Yeah, but only one of them is piloting.
Yeah, but like,
Oh, it's the USS Vengeance from Into Darkness. Thanks, Tyler.
yeah.
Now you know.
They have. There's like 3 people. There's one on like, because there's a pilot. There's the person
Zulu
that runs
piloting.
all the guns, and then there's
Zulu
also somebody doing something else in the cockpit. Because there's 3 main stations in the cockpit. Isn't
Navigator.
there?
Or what does Chekhov do?
Yeah, that doesn't
Dude, it's been
matter.
too long because there's a communications officer. Damn it.
Chekhov not the navigator? I don't remember.
I'm going Enterprise.
Enterprise.
Okay.
Enterprise.
Yeah.
Sounds
you-
good.
Sorry about that, Millennium Falcon. Our bad.
Yeah, man. When we were first talking about it, I thought the Millennium Falcon would have it.
Also,
but-
minus some laser guns. Like, what does the Millennium Falcon have?
Yeah, because it is a smuggling ship. Or is
Yeah.
originally a
Millennium
freight.
Falcon has
It's a freighter.
2
Yeah.
turrets on the top,
Yeah.
one on the top, one on the bottom. They can be manned from the cockpit or by somebody
Yeah.
in each turret. It's got proton torpedoes or like a missile bay.
Yeah.
But
So it
outside of
does have
that, I
some
don't know
missiles.
if it's got
Okay.
anything capable of like taking down ships.
Yeah, because it was it's a modified freighter, essentially.
Yeah, it's got anti-personnel guns that can come out and shoot like around like the loading bay and stuff if there's an invasion or like a boarding party or something like that. But that's for like people, not for ships.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus, oof, man, if like it got stopped for any reason, they couldn't do it if it was like zipping around like crazy. But if they could just beam aboard, that would be pretty bad too.
They wouldn't even need to pull the ship in with a tractor beam. They could just like trap it, beam onto the ship,
Yeah.
kill Han and Chewie, and then just take it for themselves.
Yep.
And then they can go where no man's gone before in a matter of seconds. No problem.
Yeah, this thing's fucking fast, and then just poof.
Yeah.
And then Star Trek mapped all of space. They
Yep.
win.
They already win.
Yep, and we all win. You know why? Because we have the opportunity to eat delicious food with Blue Apron.
Good say.
Just like that space slug.
That's right.
Space slug.
The space slug would totally want some Blue Apron, but he can't have it because he's in space, but you're not, so you can. Listen,
You're bad.
Blue Apron is the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the country. We love Blue Apron here. You guys know we talk about them a lot. They've sponsored a bunch of our episodes. We're very thankful to them, and we love the product. All the ingredients are delivered fresh, straight to your door, and everything is perfectly proportioned. So there's no food waste, and it's very easy to follow. You can just look at the easy to follow instructions, whip up this awesome meal, and feel really satisfied because I always thought, like, I could kind of cook, right? But then when I made a Blue Apron meal, I'm like, they're better than I am. But I can trick people into thinking that I'm better by cooking with Blue Apron.
You fraud.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, it's affordable. It's less than $10 per person per meal. You get to choose from a variety of recipes and pick the meals that sound good to you. You go on their website and be like, there's a bunch to choose from, and you say, okay, send me this one. And then you cook it up, and it tastes delicious. For example, one of the meals they got coming up is the garlic butter shrimp and corn with green bean salad and roasted purple tomatoes.
I love shrimp.
And because you guys are a Death Metal Cast viewer, you can get 3 meals free with free shipping by heading to blueapron.com/DBC. It's free food, and you guys will love it, so check it out. That's blueapron.com/DBC. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. Thanks, Blue Apron.
Did you see those tomatoes were purple?
Purple too.
Dude, I'm blown away.
They always send in the crate. Like, I've had Blue Apron for since they started sponsoring us, because we got a free box once, and I was like, yeah, that's done. We'll do this.
Yep.
And it's probably been almost a year now, like since the beginning of the year.
I'm amazed
They've
at how
sent
many...
so many foods I've just never even. I was like, what's that? Like, I don't know. Like, we talked about it the other day. It's like there are pink lemons. Like, it's.
Yeah, and I'm always impressed because,
purple
like,
tomatoes?
Tomatoes are included in lots of different types of meals in most cooking. But, like, the sheer amount of variety of tomatoes that exist in this world, I did not know, but Blue Apron has taught me.
We got a box like a month ago that had like a pamphlet just on tomatoes. It was like, here's why tomatoes are crunk as shit. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Fucking hey, tomatoes are dope. Like,
So go check it out for yourself.
All right. Now, we haven't answered a question from #DeathBattleCast on Twitter in a little while, but we're going to do that today. Before we do that, though, I did want to mention, I think it was last week, that we did the entire sudden death episode talking about the Death Note movie that came out on Netflix. Ooh. I feel a little bad because apparently the guy who directed it got so much criticism for it that he deleted his Twitter and he's now running away from everything, essentially.
Oh no!
Poor guy.
He deleted his Twitter. He probably has like a baller-ass life.
How do you know?
Because it's Twitter. It's
Whoa. He's
He's not a baller-ass life because he's a director, because he had Twitter?
no. It's because like Twitter is super insignificant. He's a kick-ass director.
Is he?
Oh shit!
There it is.
Dang!
He's like, maybe I'll give
You're
it.
the reason.
Yeah, he's like, maybe I'll give
Like
it.
I said, I feel a little
I'll
bad.
give it one more shot, and then he tunes back in, and Ben goes,
Well,
"Is he?"
to be fair, we were all at work and we were like, it's okay. Like, it's not good. It's just, it's like,
why
okay.
you guys tricked me
and
to
then
watch it.
fucking Ben watched it. He shows up to work. He's like, yo, they're liars. This movie is the worst shit I've ever seen.
And then the guy deletes his Twitter. It's your fault.
It's
Don't bring
all
us into
apparently.
this.
It's on you. But what else has he directed?
Oh, I have
Was
no
this like
idea.
his first go?
I don't think so, but
This is last.
I just don't like. I get like.
I mean,
it
sure.
might be.
I
At
get
least
like in
terms of
this
kind
new
of
age,
budget
you
being
get a
budget.
lot of like your critique and how people's opinions and how people feel and stuff from social media.
Mm-hmm.
But like back in the day, no director would have fucking cared about that. Like
Well, it's not nearly as
Well,
accessible.
they would have just
Yeah.
like kept
Yeah.
making kick-ass shit.
Yo, like, yeah, exactly. When fucking Scorsese made Casino, nobody could just log online and be like, Scorsese, you suck. Not that they would. Casino's a great movie.
But you can still, but,
Yeah,
but
but-
you can
but
still
if-
do
It's
that
like,
though.
you know,
But if
yeah,
they
but
did,
like,
do
you
you
think
think-
Scorsese cares?
Exactly. Do you think Scorsese would have been? Because this apparently the director was also very kind of combative with people online. He would post things like, "Sorry trolls, but the artist always wins in the long run," or
Oh.
"Film criticism is different than bitching at filmmakers on Twitter." Yeah, that guy, Adam Wingard. So he kind of got into a couple
Oh, okay.
battles with people.
I take that back. That's his fault.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
stupid.
See, that shows he cares.
He Phil fished it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you feel
mean,
fished.
there's
There
a
you
certain amount of like, when you do stuff like make a film or make a show like Death Battle, you gotta take critique when it
It's kind
comes
of like
good or
the,
bad.
Kong Skull Island director getting on CinemaSins about what they said about his video.
So
Yeah, I can kind of understand that because
I'm
it's,
like, Kong, man, dude, chill out.
Real
It's
talk
a
though,
fucking YouTube show.
it's hard
Sure.
it's hard to understand what this director actually did because like if he might have gotten a screenplay that was like, and then L runs down the street with a gun from Blade Runner, and then he was like, well, I guess I gotta go.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
or
it's not
he could have
necessarily
been
always
like,
the
no,
director.
L gets a gun, and then it would have just been like, yeah, fuck that
okay,
guy.
so that
He's a bad
furthers,
director.
that
Like,
furthers proves like my reasoning. Like he should just chill.
well,
plus, sometimes you can have an EP fuck stuff up because they can come in and they are controlling all the money and be like, oh no, this is gonna be here. You know?
sure. I mean, regardless of what happens and whether or not your project turns out good or bad, when that criticism shows up, like I've always been of the mindset that it's not really a good idea to be combative with a lot of people.
No, not at all.
Because then that just
No.
you start going down the spiral of things get even
Yeah.
more messed
I've
up.
never seen it pay off,
Yeah.
except for like, if you're a small content creator.
It can sometimes help somebody who's small who's been clearly kind of
Screwed.
over, an underdog kind of thing.
Yeah.
But outside of that, and even that is like, I can't even think of a real example off the top of my head.
But on those lines about like in this day and age, if you put anything out there, everyone feels that they have their right to comment on it, and they do. So like you have to expect that stuff, and we put
That's what you
ourselves-
do it for.
Yeah, I mean we put ourselves out there all the time, and like I remember the very first time I was ever on camera. And then I went and I read the comments and I was like, oh, like, because you know people are like, kill yourself. And
You
then,
remember
like,
when you had that lip ring?
Yeah,
And
yeah, the
everybody,
herpes,
because
everybody
we
was-
had like 480p video at the time, everybody thought it was herpes.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was that, but like, I mean, I had so many comments and like all this horrible negativity, and at first I'm like, you know, it's like, oh, blah, 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 kill yourself, you suck. And then I was like, do I suck? And then like, for the very first video. And then you see it and you go, oh, never mind, internet crazy, you know? And like, you just gotta roll with that stuff. And like, now it's a source of entertainment, like, because it's like, it's fun. But like, that's something very real, and usually whenever we have somebody on a show for the first time, if we have a new employee or something like that, you know, I'll give them a heads up because, you know, everybody's like, oh, that would be
You didn't
cool
give
to
me a
do.
heads up.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
I did not have the talk with you about like, hey, when you go on the show, you're gonna put yourself out there, and like you're probably gonna get some negative comments, but don't take it to heart because it's the internet.
No.
I might have been the one who had that talk with
You
him.
just threw me out. Threw me out to you, but it's cool though because everybody likes me. Like.
Yeah, but you gotta expect that stuff. You can't get worked up over it. Otherwise, like it goes hand in hand, and that's not the profession for you. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
But
Also, why did you have Elle run down the street with some sort of fucking Blade Runner gun? There's just a lot of questions. I don't know. I'm not gonna say your movie was bad,
Sam,
but
I haven't
it
seen
was. You haven't seen.
You don't
the
need to.
movie?
I thought you were making that up.
Oh no,
No.
he's
As
not.
an example, that's a
That
real
is a
thing.
real shot.
Yeah.
That is a real.
The movie makes a lot of questionable choices.
for some
all
reason,
over
Elle
the
has
place.
future guns.
And there's that like even
Okay.
even when the first shots were with him, he's like, "Are you sleepy?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm sleepy." He's like, "Where are these glasses?" Like, it's like, why was that there? What did he do this for? It's like, oh no, he's got cool blue lights on his eyes. Like, what the fuck? We turn blue lights off on our screens. What's happening right now? Like, I don't get it. It was such a worthless scene. And like, I know they're trying to put in this whole thing. It's like, sleep's important. I'm your dad figure. But like, the whole thing was fucking shit, man. Like, I want to watch that movie again just to shit on. Especially
kinda
now
do
that I
wanna
know
watch
that this
it.
guy's like salty
I
about
kind
it.
of do want to watch it again.
That's only.
I don't think it's so bad. That
Yeah,
it's
no,
funny.
there's a Blade
look at
Runner
that.
gun.
Yeah, there it is.
What,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
but the rest of the time, like, every cop and shit just like, I got a standard issue Beretta or like a 45, and then he's got this like curved back, sleek
Yeah,
Blade
yeah.
Runner pistol. No reasons given at all why he has a future pistol.
I like the casting
it's
choice,
really
though.
weird.
Well, anyway.
You
I
brought
like the
this
casting
topic.
choice on Elle. On everybody else,
Well, Willem Dafoe's cool.
oh, and William Dafoe is perfect.
Yeah.
But everyone else is just like, why?
But Ben, I love that you brought this topic up because you felt a little bit bad, and all it has done is endeared Sam to watch it again to shit on it because
Yeah,
he
I
knows
know, right?
that the guy got mad about it.
Well, it's another thing why when you're on the internet, don't show weakness, you idiot.
Yeah. Don't show
Gonna be
weakness.
No
weak.
weakness.
Like when you
You know, I'm like,
when
I'm
you
like
block,
gonna get on Twitter and be like, hey guys, I'm feeling a little sensitive right now. Like,
when you block, unfriend, delete, that's weakness.
yeah, don't show it.
Gotta
Treat Twitter like prison. Let Sam
Real
say.
talk.
Okay.
Make it your
I
bitch.
think that's a little
take it.
far.
Take
Yeah.
Twitter.
But-
Take it for yourself.
Anyway, we should bring up the question. I want to get to that now.
Work out and take Twitter.
Okay.
Bring that up.
From Cross Hatfield, if you could build a dream team of characters from different fictions, who would they be? What will they do? Who is leader?
Wesker, Virgil, Chun-Li, Superman.
Damn.
What would they do?
Oh, they're gonna fuck this world up.
God damn your supervillain tendencies.
Gonna fuck
Superman's
this
not
world
a
up.
supervillain.
No.
Oh yeah, yes he is. And Injustice.
Okay, fine.
Torrian would make himself the leader of the team and have them take over the world.
I would put Superman in charge. I'm not gonna fucking
Oh.
contest Superman. Let him do his thing. Wesker's gonna make like a virus or something that's gonna put the rest of the team on Superman's level.
What about
Right.
if we like dumb it down a bit and we say we need to put together a team of people to make the Blue Apron meal?
Everybody from Fast and the Furious.
Oh, easy. The Flash.
The Flash?
I don't even need anybody else.
Team, yeah.
Yeah.
The Flash is the team and he's in charge?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm sure there's a superhero and/or villain out there that is also based on being an extremely good chef, and just throwing him in the mix.
Flash
might
is
help,
still,
too.
yeah, I guess he,
Flash could
he
learn.
writes the recipe.
He could learn how to make the perfect recipe
Be back.
in a millisecond.
He can
Yeah.
go to the library and read every book in a second and like come back. I get it. Like he's
Yeah.
crazy,
Nope.
but
I'm throwing Wally West in there too.
yeah, just all the flashes.
Yeah.
All flashes.
All flashes. The fastest thing that has ever been made. All other food could never become fast food again.
At that point, it doesn't even matter what the situation is or what they're supposed to do. The Flash team of Flashes can pretty much do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Go back through time. I mean, seriously, after that, no more fast food. It would just be called unacceptable food.
Unacceptable food.
Because the Flash would make
It
it.
would be instant food. It was stretched thin.
Okay, all right.
Thin.
Fast and Furious
Flash
team
food?
will making
Flash
a Blue
food
Apron
was a
meal
way
so
better
cool.
joke.
They'll bring cars. They'll be passing the ingredients through the cars while they're driving.
They're cooking while they're driving.
Stove,
Yeah.
like in the middle of the highway, and each one passing, putting ingredients in there.
Yeah, like the stove won't heat up fast enough, so they're doing burnouts on it
Yep.
for some reason. Just
Like
trying
the
to
Rock
keep it
comes
real,
in
like,
with a minigun and shoots the stove.
Man,
fucking making s'mores with like exhaust flames and shit. Like,
but see, they should, I mean, that's good too. They should take over Chick-fil-A, because every time I drive past Chick-fil-A, that line's wrapped around the fucking building. One, they could make them a little bit more tolerant to people, and then two, get rid of that lines.
All right, sounds good.
yeah,
Sounds like a
Team
pretty
of
effective
Flashes.
plan.
One last meal.
Okay.
Just one last ride before one last meal.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's a
I'm,
good.
I'm proud of it. It was good. I liked it.
Thanks for my thumbnail shot for the Torrian says the N-word, because it's just gonna be you doing that.
Is that really going to be the title?
Oh yeah.
No. It
And
needs,
then
it needs to be
PewDiePie's
this.
gonna-
It needs to be this. Like I'm proud of it.
Yep. No. There we go. And
Or I'm
PewDiePie
pointing.
is gonna be right next to him.
Yeah.
I'm pointing
yeah.
at PewDiePie.
Yeah. That's a good.
Damn, get your shoe out of the thumbnail shot.
All right, just like, wait, do it again. I'm pointing at PewDiePie.
Oh no.
Oh no!
In solidarity.
Speaking of, Black Panther's coming out soon.
Oh my God.
It is though. It looks like a good movie. They're doing cool stuff with it so far.
Hey, you guys want to check out some fan art?
Yes.
Yeah, please.
Let's check it out. We got a bunch from you guys. We love showing off this stuff. If you guys post it on Twitter, you can use the hashtag, and it's the easiest way for us to find
But
it.
don't show weakness.
Yeah, just be careful about that, apparently. All right, let's pull it up.
You take Twitter. You never let it go.
Tyler Cruz, some fan of the reaction to the last out of context comic book panel on the podcast.
What did you say? Tyler Crew?
Oh, Carter.
That
Look at
definitely says Carter.
Yeah, it does say Carter. He's part of our crew, though.
Okay.
What's that? It's hard to see because it's kind of further away. Why are we all covered in blood?
Hang on. I will move up.
Spider-Man burst.
Oh, until he explodes?
Oh, yeah. It's about Spider-Man exploding, and we're going, is he dead? Holy shit, my fucking childhood.
Yep.
He is super dead.
Yeah, super dead. That's
And
great.
the-
I love the art style. It's really
Yeah. And then, of course, this is from, I think, 2 episodes ago. Hermione.
cool. Vincent
This is exactly how I said it would happen.
Yep.
This is the Juggernaut.
Yes, it's black. Avada Kedavra smash. And then
It's
you'll
wham, actually.
Or wham, yeah. And he's over for it.
And it's just done.
That's great.
I love it.
I'm going to make that Nick's desktop background.
That way he never has to complain about it again.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
death battle's literally right in front of him.
Exactly, there it is. All right, what else we got? From James Casper, didn't have much else to go off of for wacky fan art. So here's Boomstick and Ice Villain Torrian with a ruby weapon.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
I like how generic your name is, just Ice Villain Torrian. Like,
Also, Boomstick, swole.
He is. Look at your head, though. So
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, and apparently
The head
Caught
of
a shark?
Charizard behind you?
and yeah,
not a
you have-
shark, and I've subjugated Bane and Charizard.
Yeah, and you've got some chickens.
Dead
too, I
chickens.
think.
Yeah, that was for Grandpappy Boomstick.
Where's my
on
ice
point.
powers coming from? Do I got like an ice lizard or something back there? What is that?
Okay.
You have little canisters.
No, he is right. You do appear to have like toothless but frozen.
Oh, it is. I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
I thought your
Maybe.
go-to of why you would have ice powers was that you just possessed an ice lizard.
He got my weight right, though. I'm not like superhero muscular. I'm kind of husky. That's the best representation.
They call him Iceberg.
Which, and you know he made that choice because if you look at the Boomstick one, he's clearly able to draw a muscular person.
Exactly.
With you, he was like,
he's like,
"Nah, that ain't
I feel like he's a little thicker than I imagine, but not too muscular.
It's okay.
It's cool. I like it.
It came
all right.
out great. Great job.
straight up medium.
Looks good. Page number 3.
Oh, yes. Chris Huff.
Oh,
23
no.
seconds prior to Luis's first and last appearance on Death Battle Cast, I recommend the Unagi.
So we need some context for this. Like 2 episodes ago, we made a joke about eating sushi off of Torrian.
Yes.
Yep. This one's great. I want you guys to know that we added our own censor bar onto that. He did have one, but let's just say the censor bar was veiny and detailed.
It was veiny, but
I mean,
it didn't look quite as different from the rest of it.
Yeah,
so it
but
was hard
also,
to...
Am I drinking Sky Water?
all
Yes.
that aside, while we're still talking about the censor bar, I just want to say congratulations, Tori.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hat couldn't even contain it.
I look great.
That's a thigh high right there.
Yep.
Oh my God.
It's at least knee low.
And
though.
along
Even
the
down.
eating. Oh, by the way, I want to call something out here. I just noticed this. I think that's me on the far left.
Oh, you're
And-
wearing the shirt that you're wearing today.
They had no idea. Cut to me real quick. We have a brand new Screw Attack shirt coming out soon. It's not even available yet. This has never been seen or posted.
And you get the hat.
Okay? And he totally called it.
Yeah, that's the same shirt. That
It's
wasn't
like
even on
the
the store.
same shirt. You had no idea. Like seriously, these came in today.
Collusion.
Just so we could take pictures for when they're ready on the store, which is coming really soon.
Illusion.
I'm gonna send you a shirt because you might be sentient or God.
That's how you get. That's how
very
you get
least, he can
free
tell the
merch.
future.
You see the future, like that's so Raven.
That was awesome. Yeah, okay, let's pull that back up.
Out of all the future seers you've picked,
wait.
that's so Raven. Anyways, here we got the Torrian platter.
I look like a
by
Pokemon
Tyson
trainer.
C, I
You do. It
believe.
looks awesome.
It's a good look. It's a good look. I don't know what
This
you're
is my
leaning
favorite
on,
one. This is my.
but it's hella relaxed.
Sorry, Tyson. This is my banner on my Twitter page.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta
You
gotta really warm that soy sauce.
He knows that I wear those ankle socks all the time.
Like, he thought about that. Like, look at this. Like, all the different types of sushi.
Yeah.
He could have put one sushi type on the crotch, right?
Yeah.
So you can just avoid that if you really wanted to. But no, he put the thing that you dip sushi in.
You need the sauce.
Yeah, you gotta dip where you dunk.
need the
That's
sauce.
You need to go over there.
You gotta go over there and see what the sauce is about. And I'm gonna tell you, the sauce is everything you want it to be.
I like the addition about ask about our lap seating
Oh,
options.
yeah, there you go. I like this. This is really good.
Yeah. Awesome job, guys.
Look at my sunglasses.
It's really good looking.
All right, and
More about the
Team
Spider-Man.
Draven. Yeah, all right. My attempt at Frozone versus Sandman. I think Frozone will win, but I could be wrong. Loving the show, guys. I crush you.
I'll turn you into fragments. And then there's a guy watching like, hey.
I like that guy watching.
I don't care who wins. This is gonna be great.
I think that's supposed to be you, Torrian, with the shades
it?
and the hat.
Might be. Oh yeah, it's got to be.
Oh, man. That's cool. I'm there watching. I
then-
started this.
Don't ask. By the way, that comic sucks as fuck. I've never heard that before, but I
Sucks
like
as
it.
fuck.
We can spread that
I'm gonna
around.
Add that to my
This is the oddly
So
used
he's giving
AF, which stands for ass farts. It makes the sentence.
By the way, the comic sucks ass farts.
It's much more coherent that way. That's what I imagine. That comic does suck ass farts, by the way.
ass farts.
Anyways, what does it say? There's some small.
says,
Don't
Don't
ask.
Then there's other.
You'll need to use some in your You'll
your
need to
mouth.
use some on your mouth.
The tape.
He's handing over tape because Sandman got in through
Oh,
his
that's
mouth
right.
before and blew him up.
And killed him.
Got it. Looking good.
It was sexy.
That was awesome.
Okay.
Thanks. Here we got from Blue. Love that color. Honor of this week's death battle.
Yeah, you're wearing it right now. It's
we
great.
did the good guys match.
Most jeans are that color.
That's cool. We got the turtles with Wolverine there. Good-
Yeah,
good
so the
awesome
opposite
artwork.
of Shredder versus Silver Samurai.
Yep. And then Kid Cartridge in memory of Grandpappy Boomstick. I love this. So
great.
it's Boomstick sacrificing chickens on the Gordon George Foreman.
His hands
grill.
are so big, he can just like weld web chickens in between his
3
fingers.
chickens.
Like whole chicken.
Can he chop all 3 of them, their heads off at once?
Absolutely.
This mask you're wearing makes you kind of look like a chicken.
He's got a lot of practice. It's an execution.
Kind of does.
I like how it's kind of like Popeye-ish.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you get them. You know, first you gotta pretend to be one of them, and then you learn their ways.
Boomstick wouldn't know.
Yeah.
He majored in poultry science.
Exactly.
There you go.
You gotta really make them trust you. All right, that's awesome. Thanks, man. Then we got from Jesse. Anyone want some sushi? Yeah.
For sushi stuff,
another one.
Tidy whities on in this one.
Okay, this is awesome. It's a really cool art style, but it makes Ben look like Beavis. Is it Beavis or Butthead? I can't. Like,
Wait, what? Oh, I guess
you got that kind of like really pointy nose.
Also, who's in my chair?
Mog.
It's Mog the
it's
Slothman.
That's awesome. I love that you noticed that. I was too distracted by your tidy whities.
I'm kind of ripped.
I feel like we have to do this now.
Yeah, you are lean in that one.
Yeah, a bunch of art keeps coming in.
the
Like the
sushi
only way
thing.
to top it is to actually do it.
We can do that.
Okay.
You guys not gonna like it.
I just you better just bathe first. There's showers
We
here.
need to- we
I
need to
want
hit
to. I
up-
want to know that you're
I'm gonna
clean.
have a shirt on, and what do you think my crotch smells or something?
That's true. He's keeping the shirt on and taking the
Okay.
pants
It's gonna
off.
be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll wear
We
some
should-
thigh
we
high
We can put the hat over, so it's fine.
See if we need
We've
to do
already
another one of
established
those Mac Weldon ads.
Yeah.
We'll get it.
There we go.
That's
Forget
a
that.
perfect integration.
I wonder if we can. I wonder if we can
Blend it
eat a
with
Blue
Blue
Apron
Apron.
meal
Yes.
off of Torrian.
Blend it.
Can we get Mac Weldon and Blue Apron to sponsor an episode? That'd be
Sponsor,
perfect.
no,
It's possible.
Sponsor that event specifically.
Sponsor
Eating
that
off
event.
of
Through
me.
that their powers combined. We'll see. And then this one. So I saw this and I asked Austin to grab it and put it in because it wasn't using the hashtag. But is that Memo Lopez says playing with shapes and the Screw Attack logo, and I thought that was really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
dope.
I really like that shirt. And
Man, that's
I said shirt. Sorry, I really like that logo.
I mean, that could be a
but
good
it
shirt.
could be a cool shirt. Oh. We'll see.
Mo, you want a shirt out of that?
Yeah, let's see. Man, we got a ton. This is
Yeah.
great. D-Dog, keep in mind that I'm only 16 and took one shitty art class, so don't be so harsh, please.
It's way better than what I can do already.
No doubt.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, I could not draw a dog's face that well. You did much better.
I think that looks legitimately like McGruff there.
Yeah,
It smokes
good.
like
Smokey's taking that. It's good
pretty
job.
I like
good to
it.
me.
I didn't know what's going
Go
on.
take more art classes, because clearly you did far better in one than I did in multiple throughout school.
Yeah.
And then James Casper, Star Wars, except Anakin was a Klingon the whole time. Anakin, it's time you learn about
I feel like this is about me.
Maybe.
I feel like
If you don't know what that's about, you should watch the last
I
episode.
feel like
Torrian what race
Yeah,
Worf was.
we did one of those Torrian quizzes last
He
week.
said he was
Great.
a Metachlorian.
You're fucking him up on purpose. I know you are.
no, I'm not.
There's no way you can just be batting pure zeros. Like, there's no way.
No, we were surprised. He knew a bunch of Star Wars terminology.
When I looked at it, I guarantee you. One, I did not remember what it was. When I obviously know what Klingon is, but I didn't remember what it was. And two, the only sci-fi word that popped in my head for some godforsaken Whoopi Goldberg reason
Yeah.
is fucking midichlorian. I didn't want to say it. They made me say it. And now it's out there.
He said, I know it's wrong. And we're like, what is it? Yeah. I love
Alright,
you,
was
Tori.
that the last round of art?
Cool, that was it. Thanks, guys, so much.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
All right.
Love it.
So we just got to come up with a community death battle, and then we're kind of done for the day.
All right. Let's see.
Light versus.
With the Death Note, though?
Yep. With the Death Note.
Well, then who the fuck could beat that?
Batman.
That's actually pretty great. 'Cause
actually kinda
that's
cool.
really good. Because he doesn't know Batman's name.
That's
Or his
He
face.
doesn't know Batman's name.
He
Would
has to have a
Batman
name
know
and
who
a
Light
face.
is?
Well, Batman's like the best detective
Wait
in
a
the world,
minute.
so
Okay,
he'll probably
but
figure
we
it
gotta
out.
give Light something though. What if Light teamed up with L to take down Batman?
What? Okay.
You're not even gonna...
But like, okay,
That makes it
Light's
way
not like a
easier.
fighter. So,
Light needs L.
so are they facing off like
I
in
think
a
if
death battle format,
it's a
or
detective-y thing.
Oh, I know.
Detective-y.
do they have to
Yeah.
find each other
How
first?
about this?
They have to find each other first.
Sam was talking about Black Panther earlier. What if we did Black Panther versus Batman for a community battle?
Sure.
What? I mean,
That's way less interesting. They're just gonna fight.
That's like one of the most requested matchups for Black Panther that we get.
Yeah.
Sure, but they're just gonna fight.
but also Black Panther is like, really, yeah, sure, we'll just do that. Yeah, why not?
Okay. Black
No, that
Panther.
I like that. The
Okay.
problem with Light versus Batman is either they're meet on the street and then they fight and then Batman just wins, or the whole thing is about whether or not Light finds out Batman's name.
Mm-hmm.
And then what does Batman do?
He just
trying
says
to
Batman.
find Batman's trying to find who Kira is the whole time. Light's trying to figure out who Batman is the whole time. Who
Yep.
figures out first wins, pretty much.
Pretty much. Yep.
I would give that to Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
I mean, I think we can all say
Yeah.
Batman is basically an L with way better combat training, and he
more
wears
money.
a bat suit, and he's got a fuck ton of money. So,
And
He's done.
access to like all the police systems and like.
And he doesn't
government
give a shit about
agencies
the
and
law.
everything, Yeah.
Yeah.
where the only reason why L couldn't just take out Light was because he had to follow the law.
Yep.
He knew it was Light the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
So
Batman. would
Batman's got that.
definitely
We've already answered one right there.
So Batman versus Black Panther. Use the hashtag DeathBattleCast and let us know who you think would win.
Yeah, I
Again,
like it.
you don't have to write like a whole dissertation. We like the interesting facts, nice and condensed for the show.
Yes, and if you're a first member, thank you. You can tune in after this goes live this weekend to our first member exclusive show, Sudden Death, where we just continue to talk about whatever the hell we talk
I got a
about
really
on
good
the show.
question for sudden now.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, I guess Torrian's got a plan for it.
You better go sign up.
All right, so we'll be doing
You better
that.
go sign up.
Click the link in the description.
That needs to be the rant. You better go sign up for that gold or extra membership or first membership.
What are you talking about?
You nailed it. You got there eventually. Those were all things, but you probably confused the hell out of everyone.
Just go do that. Bye.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
You better go sign up.